everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be telling you guys an announcement that I have been waiting to share with you guys. Unfortunately, it's been not so secret considering that I have been uploading past teasers without actually telling you guys it was teasers and things like that. But basically it's an inspiration to my makeup and special effects looks for my characters Leah and Mia Vonderwall, as well as Augustine Campbell and Morgan Druglord Campbell as well. And then I've yet to reveal the rest of the family and the rest of the characters. So what I'm actually doing with this of 2016, this is my new, fresh, but also old sort of high school sort of little memory I went through. This was back in the day. I used to write stories a lot, and I still have the hard copies of the stories. But this one will be called Twins: Secrets in Soaked Walls. Basically, this is a horror, crime, and thriller story. This is definitely way out of my comfort zone, but this is something I'm so into right now. I am so into the special effects with blood, gore, and all that type of stuff, but as well as with makeup, which I can't really incorporate to the actual story, but it'll be in there. So basically the story will be centered around the two twin girls and of course the family home. Now the Walls have been keeping secrets for generations throughout the entire Vonderwall family, and then all hell breaks loose at the end. I don't want to say so much, but there's a part of me that I want to tell you guys so much more, but I do have to keep it in. So the first chapter will be up on the 1st of February. I am still working on the prologue and stuff like that. That's actually been done, to be honest. But honestly, it is the best thing I've done, because without the special effects and makeup, I wouldn't have been able to create this already. And then of course you gotta have a tagline like the movie and all that kind of stuff. So this is a reference from Joe Suggs' GTA sort of game. I'll have a link in the description box below which video it's on. And the tagline is "Two minds think alike." Two minds think alike. So that only gives you a portion of what the story might be. But honestly, there are no vampires, there are no werewolves. It's literally based on just these two girls, and it's set in the Victorian London times. So there is research and history involved in this story. So there is a character I have named the Gentleman, and the reason why I've named it that is because it's somebody that the girls know either within the family or within the town they live in. And unfortunately, the Gentleman is a mystery to them, because the girls have never actually seen the outside world. They've always been kept inside the home by their parents because of their supernatural and paranormal beings. Even though I said there are no vampires or werewolves or anything like that, they're still gonna have their own sort of supernatural and paranormal sort of like aura around them. And honestly, I'm so excited because I have created their word of mouth dictionary. So I will have the notes in front of me in my next video to tell you guys, and I'll also put it up on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and sometimes here if you guys wanted to. The reason why I have another blog, and it's called In My Head, My World, it's actually on Tumblr, and Tumblr somehow has regained its conscience, I guess, because back in the time before I started WordPress, my updates were not updating at all. They just disappeared when I clicked posted and it just did nothing. Waited about 6 months, come back, and it's able to do it, but I had to create another blog in order to create this. So In My Head, My World's actually what I post of what I'm actually currently thinking. So that's pretty much what it is. It's just completely different to what I normally do. And yeah, I'm going to be posting up the chapters up there. So the first chapter will be out on the 1st of February at 3 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. The rest of the chapters will be at random. I don't really know when I'm going to be uploading the rest of the chapters. Honestly, I am hoping to have at least 10 to 12 chapters for this story. I'm not going to be writing a really long story, so like 30 chapters, that's really long. I just want to put a story out there that I feel is 100% me. I wanted to write you guys how much this story means to me and all that kind of stuff, but also show you the makeup special effects that I did for these characters. So I will have direct links in the description box below for all the Instagram photos or videos of these looks, because some of the videos in Instagram do have the description, some of them don't, so you can always check those out. And honestly, the techniques and skills I've accumulated have grown while I was doing these, and honestly it's one of the best because I love it. And yeah, to gain inspiration for this story, which by all means I'm not copying anything that I'm about to show you, is I'm going to gain inspiration by this book called Wolf by Wolf, and this is by Ryan Graudin. And honestly, I'm on to page 28 and I haven't read it since, only because my schedule is pretty hectic at the moment, but I do have a bookmark just to let me know where it is. But I love this. I'm just going to read the back for you guys. If you haven't read this book, definitely go out and get it because it's good. It does have my favorite type of history, and it's German history, and it has that in here. So this is sort of like a play on words, but honestly, I love this. I know I'm going to love this book. It was recommended to me by one of the salesperson, and his name's Phil. If you're watching this video, hello. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to dig into this book again when I'm free, but for now I am going to read the back of the description here. So, once upon a different time there was a girl who lived in a kingdom of death. Wolves howled up her arm, a whole pack of them, made of tattoo ink and pain, memory and loss. It was the only thing about her that ever stayed the same. Germany, 1956. Over 10 years since the Nazis won the war. 17-year-old Yao, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, is part of the resistance, and she has one mission: to kill Hitler. But first, she's got to get close enough to him to do it. So, I'm actually very, very excited about this book, because that description already intrigues me and draws me into it. So, I'm hoping for my story to do the same, except it'll be nothing what this book has, because it has German history. Mine is London history. I'm very excited. And yeah, so that's the cover of, I'll just zoom out. So that's the cover of the book. That's the binder. And then that is the back. If you guys can if you guys can get your hands in this book, definitely get it, because I'm in love with this right now. It's definitely very different to the rest of the books I read, because I read vampires, werewolves, witches, ghosts, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, pretty much on that. So, and also fantasy. So I do like this book a lot, but that's just a special mention to the book as well. I also have a special mention to, I don't know if I'm going to butcher her name, but I'm going to give it a try. I do apologize. Her name is Zelia, Z-E-L-I-A. And she was one, I'm still following her today. I followed her on Instagram like probably about a year or two ago. Or probably a lot longer than that. But her posts are Tumblr-like. And she was one of the very few people I followed while I was in a very bad state. She was also in a bad state herself, and she's changed a lot more than what I could remember, and I know we've both changed. To be honest, I don't know her personally, but we've been talking, and she's really, really nice. And if you guys want to, you know, give her a Snapchat or anything, I'll link it down. I'll put it down below. I'll put down her Instagram as well. She's turning her life around. I think it's amazing. She has goals to achieve, and I feel that's just wonderful. She has goals and dreams and all that kind of stuff, and I think it's just wonderful for someone who's turning their life around for the better. And she's a lot smarter than you guys think, so don't try to cross her in a bad way. She's had people cross her in bad situations, but it's really hard to come by when there are genuine people out there. It's just really hard to find. And I told her that I wouldn't be here pretty much who I am right now in a better place if it wasn't for her. Because I've realized that while I was dealing with things, that was not me, guys, that was the chair downstairs. So while I was dealing with things, on the other side, she was also dealing with things of her own, and I feel like that we're more alike than we think. And even though we don't know each other personally, I feel like that from that sort of level, we've known each other for a long time. And it's if you've got problems that have the same issues or the same dynamics, it's probably the same thing. You can connect with someone on that level because you've been through that. You know how it happens, you know how it goes. It's different for someone who hasn't gone through it, but then there's someone that has. So that's why. Anyway, I'm getting off track, so it's a shout out to her. She's amazing. Yeah. The only thing is that she lives in the other side of the world, so I can't really... I mean, I'm a person who gives hugs, so unfortunately I can't do that, but it'll be a virtual. Yeah. But anyways, it's just a shout out to Zelia, or yeah, I'll just call her Zelia because I can't really tell. But she's just a really nice person. And also my head, I got these. I got this from Colette Hayman for about $5. You know, half price. So I really like it. It's not something I normally wear, but I thought it would be a really good change, and I do like it. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. It was just an announcement, as well as a mention of the book, and as well as a shout out to somebody I consider special. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Zelia, if you're watching, I apologize if I have pronounced your name wrong. I do not know if I have or not. Let me know. Correct me on Snapchat or whatever it is. And if you're watching this, hello from Australia. So I'll see you guys all very soon. All the stuff will be in the description box below. It's also getting hot right now. It's not as hot as like last time when I was filming and it was scorching hot, but it's actually hot. And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.